I will not spin plates to make everyone happy.
I will not duck to avoid hitting the glass ceiling.
I will not stay in a small box where I cannot control my life.
I will not just stand on the sidelines and cheer the team on.
I will not carry ancestral baggage, fearful that if I lay down, there will be no purpose in my life.
I will not do something well that doesn't make me happy.
I will not speak so softly that my voice is not heard.
I will not sit at home while others experience the world.
I will not wear masks to avoid being seen fully or upsetting others.
I will not convince myself that tomorrow will suffice when it comes to following my bliss.
I will not play follow the leader unless I am the leader.
Follow your bliss.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Hear Me Roar. My name is Haley Dyer, and I will be your host for today. I thank you so much for coming out because we have a wonderful show in store. On today's episode, we have Xiao Min, who was born in the southern part of China. We will just be discussing some similarities and some differences that she has seen in women in her country and since she has moved to the States. Along with her, she also has her daughter Maggie, who happens to be a wonderful artist, and she will share some of her artwork on the show. Our musical performance will be from Arlo and Ian, who call themselves the Sisters. So stick around and I will see you after the break because it's such an exciting show and I can't wait to share with you all that there is to talk about.
Lord, what fools these mortals be.
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo?
I have always depended on the kindness of strangers.
Welcome back to the show. As I said, we have Xiao Min, hi.
Hey.
And Maggie.
Hi.
Thanks for coming on the show, you guys.
Oh, you're welcome.
If you want, just begin by introducing yourselves and just tell a little bit about, what you do here.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Xiao Min Mai Oni. I teach Chinese in MSU, and I'm from China, a city called Nanning. It's in the very southern part of China, and I have been here for 4 years now.
Okay. So how did, is there a story as to how you really ended up here from?
Yes. First, I came here as a visiting scholar in MSU in 2010. I was a college teacher, teach English as a second language in China for 14 years. Wow. And there's a program in government to support teachers to study abroad. Wow. So I applied for that program and I came here. And that year is the turning point for my life, and I fell in love with this place, and I become a Christian, and just a lot of good stuff happened in my life. And at the end of the year, I decided to come back, so I applied for the graduate program in College of Education. So I came back in 2011 with my daughter, and then I got my degree, and I ended up having a job here, teach Chinese on campus, and I really enjoy doing that.
Yeah. So, the first time that you came here as a visiting scholar, was that the first time that you had, traveled abroad from your country?
In 2008, I have been to Europe, traveled to some countries, but just sightseeing. But for America, that was the first time I have been here.
Yeah. So as far as, since on today's show we're just kind of talking about the women and the roles of women in other countries, what would you say would be like, how the things that the women are supposed to do, or, the roles of women from the southern part of China?
Oh, this is a very interesting topic, and I have a lot of different experience, compared with the experience in China and here, and there's some differences, really. In China, back to my mother's generation,
right.
Actually most women didn't have chance to go to school at all. So that was just the situation back at that time. So my mother didn't have any, education, even like going to elementary school and something like that.
Wow.
So that's just very common back at that time. And to my generation, things getting better. I was born in 1970s, and still not all the girls got the chance to go to school. So, but most girls would have the chances, but still not very common things for everyone to have the equal chance. But my two other sisters and I, we were lucky enough. We went through the higher education and got a good job and everything. So education was very important for us. And nowadays, for my daughter's generation, things getting better and better, and then girls have the equal chance with boys.
Yeah.
So I can just see the changes through generations.
Right. If you want, just hold that thought, and we will be back to talk more about this after the break. Welcome back to the show. As I said, we have Xiaomin. Is that pronounced correctly?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
and then you
that's
go
right.
by Cindy, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you were saying a little bit about the women's roles in your country, in southern China. So what are some of the main things you've noticed since you've been in the States as to how your life is different here?
No, as a whole, I feel like women have more chances here in America. Because I have some friends and in different area, and they're just wonderful, doing good job. And one of the science teacher in high school I've been talked to, she says her father just encouraged to go for all the goals, just fulfill her dreams because she's interested in science and space and things like that. In China, still women will do a lot of job like nurse, teacher, that have kind of like female roles in that kind of area. But in America, I think more women will just go for their roles and their dreams, and I think that's very good, and women are more independent. That's how I feel about the girls and women around me and here in America.
Yeah.
And in China, of course, things already developed and changed a lot, and it's getting better and better. But I hope more women will just go for their dreams, and you can do it, you can make it. Just pay your effort and try your best.
Yeah. I think that's a wonderful message. I'm really, glad that you shared that with everyone. So since you've been here, have you married anyone? Or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's another story. Yeah, when I was in College of Education pursuing my degree, I met someone that I've, from the church, and we fell in love with each other, and I'm married, and then be stable here. Yeah,
That's
and
great.
I'm really happy, enjoy my life here.
Good. As far as marriage in southern China, how does that, exactly work? If you would have stayed in, southern China, how do you think your marriage would have played out there as it does here?
I think marriage for most of the Chinese nowadays, it is, you have the choices to choose whoever you want to marry. It's not like the old society in before, like parents will decide, for your marriage and a lot of stuff like that in my grandparents' age. But nowadays, we all have our own choices. But a lot of time, some women, they would just endure if they're not happy, because there will be a lot of things to have to break or be brave and then, live a different kind of life. So some women might choose to stay in the marriage just for, the complete of the family and things like that. Mm-hmm. But I think here in America, women are more likely, more brave, and then they will just pursue the life they want to if they're not happy, or maybe they will end up to choose another different kind of life. So I think women here are more brave to choose their lifestyle and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've noticed that you talked a little about your mother and your grandmother. So do you have any memories that you'd like to share, maybe when you were a child, that you can remember something about your grandma that impacted you when you were young?
Yes, my grandma, she taught me how to do like housework, as women should do. That's very important. And also my mom, so they have a lot of influence on me, how to take care of the whole family, and then your responsibility as a woman. That's what they have been doing for the whole life. And I learned to, do a lot of housework with them. But for my generation, we have a lot more chances than they did. So that's why I got a chance to go to schools and colleges and fulfill my dream as a teacher.
Right. And I'm so happy that you brought Maggie along the show today.
Yes.
And I'm really excited to see a lot of your pictures, because I've heard that you're a wonderful, wonderful artist. So actually, we will be back right after the break, and we will get to see some of Maggie's pictures.
Yes.
Want me to get it?
Yeah.
Addison, why are you dressed up like that?
Because you're in a dream, John.
How can you prove that?
Your body's still there.
What?
Wake up and smell the coffee. Java City.
Welcome back to the show. Maggie, would you like to introduce yourself to the camera?
Yes, please. Okay, my name is Maggie Chin, and my Chinese name is Mai Chi. I came from China. I've been here for 3 years, and I currently go to school at McBrayer Elementary.
Great. Do you want to show some pictures and some things that you've done here?
Yes. Well, to tell you the truth, I love animals, so I drew pictures about animals.
That is beautiful.
It's a little husky, and I did a horse, but it's on a carousel.
How long did it take you to draw these?
About 2 hours or one.
That's very good.
Thank you. I also won some ribbons at art contests. And these.
Good. So what other activities are you involved here? Do you play any instruments or?
I'm involved in academic team, and we recently had a competition for regional and district, and I won some medals, as you can see. I also like to play piano, and I take classes from the music hall. I also am participating in the school's choir.
Good. So, what was it like for you to come from China? You know, how was your adjustment to come from there to the States?
Well, all the people here has been really friendly, so I adjusted to that very quick. The language took me several years.
Several months.
But I missed my family and all, and we call all the time in Skype, so that's good.
That's good, yeah. Did you know any English before you came here, or?
Well, I only knew like hello, goodbye, nice to meet you, few words.
Yeah, she had only a few like expressions before she came here when she was like 9 years old and she was in the 2nd grade. And for the first month, she didn't know what's going on in classroom at all. So language is the most difficult thing for her to adjust. And I still remember like after the first month, and when I picked her up and the teacher told me, oh, she's talked to me in a complete sentence today. And I was so excited and said, what is that sentence? And then the teacher said, oh, may I go to bathroom? So language is something really for you to use, right. And then she feel like, no, she need to communicate, and then she have to say it. So just step by step, and she pick up the language and vocabulary and everything, and now she's doing great.
Okay, that's great. It seems from all your awards that you've really, adjusted well, and you've just blossomed since you've been here. Did you write some type of book, or is there? I remember, like when I'd first met you, there was some book that you'd been working on. Do you want to talk a little about that?
Yeah, in 4th grade, we were supposed to work on a fairy tale. We can choose one of the princesses and twist it up. We have to change the names, the settings, and we got to print out our book. After that, our teacher introduced us to this website where you can make it, and it was for free. So I was very glad about that.
That's good. Well, thank you both so much, for coming on the show today. It was so nice to meet both of you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you for sharing your stories that you had with us, and I would love to read your book sometime.
Okay.
After the break, though, we have some musical performances, and I'm excited about that. So just stick around, and we'll see you shortly.
Final Boss is a lyrical work of John Donnelly, Sam Bell, and Robert Adams, and does not necessarily reflect the views of Morehead State University.
Ah, there they are. perfect.
Here at Provisions on Demand, we have everything you need right here on campus. We are open anytime you need to stop by. Conveniently located on the lobby floor of Alumni Tower. Welcome back to the show. We have our musical guests today, the Sisters. So, would you all want to introduce yourselves and maybe tell a little bit about what you do here?
Yeah, I'm Arlo Barnett. I play guitar for the Sisters and write some songs and do drums and stuff.
I'm Ian Gordon. I play guitar and I sing in the band. I play drums too, but not that much.
We should mention that this isn't all of us. Two of our bassist and our usual drummer couldn't make it today, but we're here to do some acoustic stuff, some songs that Ian wrote, and then probably a cover or two.
Yeah, thank you all so much, for coming on the show. We're really excited to have you.
Thank you.
Do you want to tell a little bit about the name, the Sisters, kind of how that came about?
That was done mainly for shock value, I think.
Yeah, I think it was based around the idea that a lot of bands are like the Something Brothers, like the Allman Brothers,
the Blues Brothers,
stuff like that. And so we thought, well, if everyone's calling themselves the Brothers, why don't we call ourselves the Sisters?
And it was funny because we're an all-male band.
Yeah,
we get a lot of laughs with that.
Yeah, and a lot of confusion.
Right.
Yeah, I was a little, shocked at the name, but I love it, and I think it, works for you all perfectly. So, what type of music do you like to play most, or?
Well, a lot of bands have problems struggling to define themselves, but we stray between classic rock sounds and alternative rock. Ian writes, how would you describe it? I've called it grunge before, but he didn't like that.
It's more like an angry sound, an angrier sounding classic rock, like a punkish, weird rock sound, I guess. I would just call it weird.
And I write more melodic stuff. We do mostly originals.
Okay.
Very few covers.
Great. So what other types of things do you all perform at? Do you perform in places around Moorhead, or?
Yeah, actually. That's how we get most of our shows, is by creating our own festival. I often book the Moonlight Stage down near the KCTM, and we usually ask some other people to guest star with us, opening acts to do it with us, and we do a lot of shows around town like that, putting on our own thing.
Good. Did you all know each other before the band, or how did the Sisters, find themselves?
Wow.
I guess Ian and I are kind of the core of the Sisters.
Members have come and gone, except for us.
Yeah, and we met, we've known each other for a long time, but...
we met technically through the LCT, Lexington Children's Theater
we did a lot of theater together.
Yeah, we did a lot of theater together. And
then, musically, I was in a little band with my group of homeschooled friends. We were in a little band called The Eggs, and
we were awful.
That's on iTunes. You should never look at it.
Never, ever, please.
We asked Ian to join us, and so he started out joining us in The Eggs, and then when The Eggs broke up, then we decided to do our own rock and roll group, and that's how the Sisters were born.
Great. Well, I'm really excited to hear what you guys have to play. After the break, we're actually going to hear your first song, which is titled...
That'd be Slip By, right?
Slip By, yeah.
Okay.
It's one that Ian wrote.
It's an original.
Well, can't wait to hear it, and just stick around, because you'll see it after the break.
Hello, I'm Eric Thomas, Director of the Star Theater here at Moorhead State University, and I'd like to invite you to come out and join us for some of the great programs we offer in the Star Theater. Our programs are both educational, with planetarium programs, and entertaining, with laser shows that feature artists such as Elton John all the way out to Metallica. So come join us at the Star Theater, located in the Space Science Center here on the campus of Moorhead State University. And if you've got questions, go online to moorheadstate.edu/startheater. Claypool Young Art Gallery, located in the center of campus, offers a wide variety of art pieces from various contemporary artists in America. Exhibitions rotate approximately once a month and also host art pieces created by Morehead State University students, allowing art majors to experience the learning process of showcasing their art. Claypool Young Art Gallery. Come on over today and be inspired by aspiring MSU artists.
Just let it slip by. Enough with the questions. I'm tired and I'm bored and I'm bored. I'm tired of your lies. Once you finally recognize the anger that lies in my eyes, you'll see. Yes, you'll see. And your radio is blaring and you can't hear what I'm saying. Oh well, it doesn't matter to me. Too much to live for, but not enough to care for. Too much to live for, but not enough to care for. Much to live for, but not enough to care for. Too much to live for. I got too much on my mind.
That was Slip By, an original of Ian's. Okay. This one's a cover, originally done by John Lennon. As soon as you're born, they make you feel small by giving you no time instead of it all. Until the pain is so big you feel nothing at all. A working class hero is something to be. A working class hero is something to be. Well, they hit you at home and they hurt you at school. They hate if you're clever and despise a fool.